Hi guys and dolls, how are you? For those of you who are subscribed, thank you very much. For those of you who are not subscribed, why not? It's free. Um, Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and you'll be notified of additional videos. So, topic of today, I'm going to do a quick vid. Topic of today is, can a so-called friend be narcissistic and can they love bomb you? Yes, they can. I had a so-called friend who was my LPN when I had surgery, and she invited me to stay at her house after surgery if I did my recoup time, and it wasn't long enough because I had to drive home long distance in order to, I had to drive long distance by myself after surgery after I recouped for a couple days, and I'm spilling my vitamin stuff, and that's just so cool. Dang nabbit. Anyway, good job. Anyway, so she love bombed me in the beginning, and she was my bestie, and she took me out to eat all the time, argued me about me paying for my own meals, would not let me pay my own meals. We argued about it, and I know at one point at the restaurant, the waiter said, "I guess she told you," I said, "Well, can I pay the tip? Can I at least do that?" And so she love bombed me in the beginning, and what they'll do is they will hook you into the bonding, the girl bonding, and you're going to think that this friendship is so cool, especially if you don't have female friends anymore because they moved away or because they're Looney Tunes, so you had to get rid of them. And I'm sorry, this thing is leaking and it's driving me crazy. Quit it. Anyway, so love bombed me in the beginning, would not allow me pay my meals. This fake bonding that we did, I thought it was real female bonding, and it was not. It was all part of the love bombing. That sisterhood that you feel, you feel connected to that. You like that. You enjoy that. And it's not the meal thing, because we could have had just tea or coffee and I would have been fine. So it was more of the bonding and the connection. So the love bombing is to hook you in. I'm going to treat you like a princess because you deserve it. I just think you're that amazing. Kind of like a guy would do. And then when you have this false sense of security, they start snatching the rug away from underneath your feet without warning. Which is what she did. But she did it in a slow span of time. Even told me when she was in between jobs, supposedly looking for another job, but she was looking for another man to sleep with. But regardless, in between jobs, she said, we're going to spend at least a week together or something like that. And my home would have been open to her because I thought we were friends. We were not friends. She was bullshitting me, and she was leading me to believe that we had something that we didn't have. I didn't know that at the time. So then time goes on, and she gradually talked to me less and less and less, was chasing men more and more and more, kept getting used by them. Well, duh, of course you got used. You got humped and dumped. And that's how it's going to roll when the most important thing to you is having sex with someone. You're going to get used. And she'd have all these mental breakdowns in between getting used, but kept doing it over and over again. So she's kind of sabotaged her own self. What else? Gradually talked to me less and less, and I remember at one point I said, kind of hurts my feelings that I don't get to talk to you that much. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got this going on, that going on, blah, 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 blah." That wasn't exactly true. It was just an excuse because she was pulling away. Then she was encouraged by her daughter to be promiscuous because her daughter said, "Mom, you're single. Have fun." So that equates to sleep with as many people as you want to, have sex with whoever you want to. You're single. Right. That makes no sense. But she's also, the daughter is married to a schizophrenic who tried to kill her in front of her kids, choked her, left her son in the car at night by himself. So you can't expect her to be the most logical person in the world, okay? But that's who she was taking advice from. If I think you're a friend, I'm not going to entice you to be promiscuous because that's a dead-end road, but whatever. A lot of females will drop their female friends to chase after men And then when things don't work out with that guy, all of a sudden she wants to come back and boo-hoo on your shoulder, which of course that person, if those females are not there for you anymore, you put yourself in that situation. People don't like being used. And they don't like to be on the back burner while you're chasing men because you think that some guy from online is going to ride in on a white horse and save you. It doesn't work like that. Most of them are mentally and socially inept, narcissistic, self-absorbed. The ones who don't act like that are terrified of women because they suffered through a divorce and they lost a chunk of their money. So, sorry, that's a call coming in. So they're pretty distrustful of women. They'll do you, and that's as far as it's going to go. But some people never learn, so they keep spreading for everybody who pays attention to them. Anyway, move right along. So it got to the point where she spent one day with me on a weekend, and then there were like a handful of weekends after that I talked to her and asked her did she want to hang out, and she hung out with me on my kayak like once, and then after that every weekend she was sick. I didn't know you could be sick on a schedule, but apparently you can. If you don't want to hang out with somebody and they say, well, hey, you know, let's hang out on the 12th. I can't. I'll probably be sick that day. In fact, I will be sick that day. I mean, I didn't know you could be sick on a schedule, but apparently you can be. So yeah, she's obviously narcissistic, self-sabotaging, will not go for her RN because it's asinine. Oh, you don't make that much money, more money as an RN. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The mother, my so-called mother, whatever that means, because she was never one of those. The home that she purchased in New Haven, Connecticut was sold for $178,000. So don't freaking tell me. And she was paying all the bills by herself. So don't tell me as an RN you don't make a lot more money, because that's a load of crap. You do. But whatever. She wants to be an LPN the rest of her life, which is asinine. Just totally asinine. Self-sabotaging like crazy. Some people just don't want happiness. They just don't. So they continue to do self-destroying behaviors. And she's one of them. So yes, friends can treat you just like men. I'm going to sucker you in with all these bonding times that we're having, and we're creating all these memories and everything. We're just getting closer and closer and closer. And then when you least expect it, I'm going to pull the rug from under your feet. I might do it suddenly, or I might do it gradually, is what that person's thinking. So, and it's kind of stupid if you have so-called female friends, which narcs are not capable of having real friends because they're not real friends themselves. So when these guys hump and dump, and that's what they're going to do, who do you think would be there for you if you weren't such an ass? Your female friends would be there for you, and you could boo-hoo with her, and she understands, and she'd hold your hand through it. But since you want to chase men, you have no one to confide in because you dumped your friends for a piece of man meat. That's stupid. If that's what you want to do, go ahead, boo. You know, you want to be alone the rest of your life, go for it. You get a divorce from this person if you got married to them. You know, who do you think's going to be there? You think your ex-husband going to, you know, talk you through it? I know, babe, our marriage didn't work. I'm sorry. I love you. You really think he's going to be your emotional support? Don't be dumb. Anyway, so yes, friends can love bomb you just like guys can, just like women can do the same with men. They can love bomb and lead you to believe something that is totally not true. You don't have a connection. It feels like a connection, but it's really a fake connection. And there's a time limit on when it ends. So, just want to do a quick video for you. I think about you guys all the time, and hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. If not, you know, as I told you before, I'll be a busy beaver. So, anyway, and it's hot. Earlier today, it was 88, but the temperature, it's called the real feel with the humidity and everything. It said 88, but the real feel was 90. And I went outside hunting for more boxes. Well, I found them, but the mugginess, oh, it's It's a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. Can't wait till it gets cooler. I'm looking forward to that. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.